I never saw myself being on TV. I was like friends with Maria, and she was like, you should think about doing TV. You speak well, you know the game. We've seen your interviews. So one of my assistants went to Kentucky, and one of my assistants went to South Carolina that coached me at Tennessee. And the one at Kentucky was like, hey, our analyst just backed out of the game that's in a couple of days. We're playing Mississippi State. This was the year Mississippi State went to the Final Four. She's like, we're playing Mississippi State. Can you come be the analyst for our game? So I missed class, drove to Lexington, called the game. The game went to overtime. It shouldn't have went to overtime. And I think it was an online game. But when it went to overtime, I think people started listening or watching. And they were like, who is calling this game? And it was me. And that is basically how ESPN got wind of me. The boss at the time was Pat Lowry. And everyone was like, you need to meet Pat Lowry. You need to meet Pat Lowry. Fast forwarding, I ended up meeting her at the SEC tournament. She said she had like 15 minutes of her time. We ended up talking for like an hour. But while we were talking, Nikki Fargas walks up to me and starts chatting. Nell Fortner walks up to me. These were coaches in the SEC at the time who I had relationships with, be it through recruiting or just from my time as a player. And Pat was like, all right, the championship game is tomorrow. I want you to sit in the truck with me and watch the game. And I'm just going to pick your brain. So the championship game happens. South Carolina, Mississippi State is who I think it was. And she's like, you know, what are they going to run here? I'm like, Victoria Vivian's to the corner. She's like, what's Don want here? I'm like, Elena Coach, short corner. Like just talking. And it was that in March, she was like, all right, next winter, which would be 2017. She was like, all right, next winter, I'll give you 2 games on TV. And if you do well, then you'll get more. And so that was basically my first like unspoken TV opportunity. And December came around and I had a Mississippi State game and I had a Florida game on TV.
Period.
And I ended up doing more games that year.
Oh, see, I've never heard all of that before.
Yeah. That's insane.